Hi again. This is lesson 2 of our binary numbers scheme of work. Last week we went over this, didn't we? We went over how to go from binary numbers to decimal numbers. And we figured out that whenever there's a 1 in the column, that's the number that we added. So as you can see from this example, that you would add together 128, 16, 4, and 2. You wouldn't add 64, you wouldn't add 32, you wouldn't add 8, and you wouldn't add 1 because they've got zeros in their column. So all you'd have to do is this. So your working out would be 128 plus 16 plus 4 plus 2, which gives us the answer of 150. Now, this week we're going to go over how to do it the other way around. So we're going to go from decimal to binary. But just as a quick reminder, the reason we're doing binary is because computers can only talk and only communicate in binary. Computers are made up of millions and millions of little switches called transistors, and they can either be on or off. They can't ever be halfway. They're either a 1 or a 0, and that's it. That's why computers only understand binary. So like I said, today we're going to go over decimal to binary. How do you go from a decimal number to a binary number? Now I'm going to sort of teach you this by doing a few examples. The first example we'll do on here, and then the next 2 examples we'll do on the Excel file that will be your worksheet. So you'll see what you need to do in real time. So let's say, for instance, that we needed to convert the decimal number 14 to binary. Now, how do we do that? The question you need to keep asking yourselves as you go down the column, you go down the list of numbers, is this number less than or equal to my target number? Now, at the moment, our target number is 14. Now let's start at the left-hand side over here because, it's nice to go from left to right. So 128, is that number less than or equal to 14? Of course it's not. So we would write a big 0 in there. Now we just keep going down the list of numbers, going 64, is that less than or equal to 14? No. Is 32 less than or equal to 14? No. Is 16 less than or equal to 14? Again, no. But 8 is. So now that we know that 8 is the first number that we're going to have a 1 in, this is what we need to do in our working out. In our working out, we need to do whatever our target was, which was 14, and then take away 8. So take away that number where we've written a 1. Yeah, that column where we've written a 1, that's the number that we take away from our target. So we've gone from 14 minus 8 to 6. Now we just do the same thing, but 6 is now our target. So is 4 less than or equal to 6? Yes, it is. So once again, we add a 1 into that column there and take it away from 6. That leaves us with 2. Then you can do 2 minus 2, which again gives us 0. And that's what we're aiming for here. We're aiming to get that target number down to 0. As soon as we've done that, we know that our binary number is finished. So there we go. The binary number for not 2, but for 14 is 000011110. Nice and easy, right? So again, the question you're always going to have to ask yourselves as you're going down the columns from left to right is this number less than or equal to my target number? I think once you've done that, you're going to be absolutely fine. So I'm going to show you another couple of examples really quickly. And these are going to be, again, on the Excel document that you're going to use as your worksheet. So we need to go from 49 and create a binary number and 234. Once you've done that, it looks like this. I'm just going to show you how I got from that to this, okay? And then once you've done that, just complete all the rest of the questions. There are 18 questions, again, split up into green, amber, and red. The red one's a little bit tougher, but again, as long as you follow these rules, you should be able to convert any decimal number into binary, up to 255 anyway. Okay, so let's show you how to do those two just there. So here we are. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger for us so we can see it properly. So let's work on that first one here. We're going to convert 49 into binary. So I'm just going to go from left to right. So I'm going to go to the 128 column first, then the 64, then the 32, and then keep asking myself that question. Is this number less than or equal to my target number? Now, 128 is not less than or equal to 49. So I'm going to write a 0 in there. I'm then going to ask myself the same question for the number 64. Is 64 less than or equal to 49? No, it's not. So I'm going to write a 0 in there. Is 32 less than or equal to 49? Yes, it is. So instead of a 0, we write a 1. But now that we've written a 1, we've got to do something in our working out column. So just here, we're going to write the number 49, which was our target, and we're going to minus 32, which equals, if my maths is correct, 17. Oops, 14, 17, there we go. So 17 is our new target. So let's ask ourselves the question again, just going down the columns. In the 16 column this time, is 16 less than or equal to 17? Yes, it is. So I'm going to write a 1 in there. Again, as soon as we write a 1, we need to do something in the working out. So I'm going to minus 16 from that number there, which obviously gives us 1. 1 is now our new target. So we know that 8 is not equal to or less than 1. 4 is not less than or equal to 1. 2 is not less than or equal to 1. But 1 is less than or equal to 1. So we're going to write a 1 in there. And you don't have to do this, but it'd be good if you did. So 1 take away 1 equals 0. Like I said, our target is to get to 0. As soon as we hit 0, we know that that binary number is going to be correct. And look at that, we've got ourselves a nice big tick there, telling us that that binary number there is the same as our decimal number, 49. Let's do that again with a slightly harder one, as 234. So this number here, we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. Now, I'm probably going to need a calculator. I'm sure you will as well. So I'm just going to open that up already because I know that I can't do these calculator. There we go. Oh, we'll do it in there in a minute. Okay. So I know that I need to put a 1 in there because in the 128 column, because 128 is less than or equal to 234. So I'll put a 1 in there, and in my working out, I'm going to write in 234, take away 128. Now this is the bit of maths that I can't do. So 234, take away 128. 2, 3, 4, take away 128. That gives us 106. There we go. So 106. So 106 is our new target. Now we go to the 64s column. Is 64 less than or equal to 106? Yes, it is. So I need to do a bit of working out. 106 minus 64 gives us, just want to make sure that I get right on this one. So 106 take away 64 is 42. Yeah, I thought so. 42 is our new target. Is 32 less than or equal to 42? Yes, it is. Again, put a 1 in there. As soon as we put a 1 in, we know that we need to do some working out. So I'm going to do 42 take away 32. That gives us 10. Now, is 16 less than or equal to 10? No, it's not. So I'll put a 0 in there, nothing in the working out. Is 8 less than or equal to 10? Yes, it is. Put a 1 in there, do something in the working. 10 minus 8 equals 2. Is 4 less than or equal to 2? No, it's not. Put 0 in that one. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes, it is. So I'll put 1 in there, and obviously in our working out, it's going to come up to 0. So 2 minus 2 equals 0. I now know that my binary number is complete, but obviously I just need to make sure that I finish it off there and put a 0 there, press enter, and look at that. I've got a nice big tick telling me that that is correct. So I need you to now go off and do numbers 1 to 18. They just go up higher and higher in numbers, so you should be able to use the same principles to complete this work. If you've got any questions, just talk to your teachers on Show My Homework, and good luck.